Hello everybody. For full course suites of Algebra 1, which includes 70 lessons, all accompanying quizzes, tests, and worksheets, email animated PowerPoint math video at AOL.com and state your specific request, or to receive a catalog of all instructional PowerPoints and videos. Today, we're going to do 1.1, evaluate expressions. This is the first lesson in Algebra 1, which starts out with a bell work here. Students, do your bell work as you arrive to class or as you look at your worksheet. Do bell work 1 and 2. Evaluate expressions. Before, you've used whole numbers, fractions, and decimals. You will evaluate algebraic expressions and use exponents. Hooray! So you can calculate sports statistics. Okay, so we can do stat. Classwork. This is classwork sheet, page 2. A variable is a letter used to represent one or more numbers. The numbers are the variable. Numbers are the values of the variable. Expressions consist of numbers, variables, and operations. An algebraic expression or a variable expression is an expression that has at least one variable. If you didn't get all of that, you can go back in your PowerPoint or your video. We're moving on here to page 3. And this will go in your notebook. When I teach this course, I do a notebook check every Friday. Algebraic expression, here's a table, 5 times n, 5n. All these things mean the same thing. 5 times n, multiplication. 14y, 14 divided by y, 14 divided by y, division, 6 plus c, 6 plus c, addition, 8 minus x, 8 minus x, subtraction. Put this in your notebook as a good review. And also you're going from a verbal model here, from algebraic expression to a verbal model here. And then the operation here, the main operator here, is indicated here in this column. Notebook. This goes into your notebook class. Page 4. To evaluate an algebraic expression, substitute a number for each variable. Perform the operations and simplify the result if necessary. So here we go into an example. This is a notebook page. Evaluate algebraic expressions. Evaluate the expression when n equals 3. 13 times n. 13 times 3, we just plug in here for n. Get 39. 9 over n. So 9 over 3 equals 3. N minus 1. Substitute 3 for n. 3 minus 1 equals 2. And then n plus 8. 3 plus 8 equals 11. So this is when we evaluate an expression, when we plug in a value for our variable. Here's our first guided practice here. Evaluate the expression when y equals 2. So we plug into that expression. 6 times 2 equals 12. We plug in here. Equals 12. This goes into your notebook class. The total cost of seeing a movie at a theater, here we go with a word problem, can be represented by the expression A plus R, where A is the cost in dollars of admission and R is the what? A plus R. A plus R, when A is the cost in dollars of admission. When R is the cost in dollars of refreshments. Suppose you pay $7.50 for admission and $7.25 for refreshments. Finding total cost. So now we're going here. Here's our verbal model. And then we're going to plug that into our algebraic expression. $7.50 plus $7.25. We do the addition for that. And we get $14.75. Total cost is $14.75. So put this into your notebook here. Guided practice. What if, in example 2, suppose you go back to the theater with a friend to see an afternoon movie. You pay for both admissions. Your total costs can be represented by the expression 2a. If each admission costs $4.75, what is your total cost? And then your independent practice here, students, this is for you to do on your own. Solve this on your own. Total cost will be 2a. We plug in our a here. 475 equals 950. Total cost is 950 to see that movie. Here's the classwork. This is classwork sheet 10. Expressions using exponents. A power is an expression that represents repeated multiplication for the same factor. For example, 81 is a power of 3 because 81 equals 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. The power can be written in a form using two numbers, a base and an exponent. The exponent represents the number of times the base is used as a factor, so 81 can be written as 3 to the 4th power. Yes? Put this in your classwork sheet, page 10. Page 11, classwork sheet, 3 to the 4th. This is 81 now. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, because you repeated 4 times. Base is here, exponent is there. This whole entity here is called the power, a power. 4 factors of 3. So that's really a power that's deconstructed with the base and the exponent explained. So in your notebook, page 12 here, read and write powers. Write the power in words and as a product. So we have 7 to the 1st power here. 7 to the 1st power. 7 is the product for that. And then B, 5 to the 2nd power. 5 to the 2nd power, or 5 squared. This is called a square here. 5 times 5. And then 1/2. We can take a fraction here and we can cube it or put it to the 3rd power. 1/2 to the 3rd power, or 1/2 cubed. 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. 3 times. And then z to the 5th power. Z to the 5th. Z times z times z times z times z. So this is the pattern that we have established here for how to use exponents. Write the power in words. Write this power in words and as a product. And your independent practice, students, is this one here. Write the power in words and as a product. We'll go through this, and then your independent practice is on you. Your turn here. Write the power in words and as a product. Here's 9 to the 5th. So how would you write that in words? 9 to the 5th power. And as a product, it would be 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. Here's our homework. And if you have to go back into your PowerPoint or go back in your video. I'm moving through this quickly. This is your homework here, vocabulary and writing. It's always good to write what you know what you write. Evaluating expressions, evaluating expressions, evaluating expressions. So we just plug in these values, students. Plug in the values here. And then what is the value 2.5 when m equals 10? Write the power in words and as a product. If you need more room, attach a sheet to this. Attach your own paper to this and staple it to this sheet. If there's not enough room here, attach a sheet, please, to it. Put your name on it and staple it. Write the power in words and as a product. So here we have y to the 6th. Put that into words. Describe and correct the error here. We have a couple of those. And that's 1.1, class. And for ordering information, email me here, and I'll get right back to you. Thank you very much.